Hello, hello, and welcome to 1111 Oracle. Today we are going to see what the rest of 2021 has in store for you. What energies surround the remaining of the year, the remainder of the year. What energies surround you now? How will that change by the end of the year? Let's take a look. So let's start with the choices. We have choice 1 with this blue heart necklace, choice 2 with this rose necklace, choice 3 with this little fairy, you can't really see it very well, but there's a little fairy at the end of it, and there's a little crystal with some liquid in it necklace, and then choice 4, this meditation spiritual necklace. All right, so without further ado, let's go to the choices. Okay, hello number 1. So let's see what the rest of 2021 has in store for you. I'm going to start shuffling just a regular tarot deck here. What does the rest of 2021 have for group 1? Okay, we don't have that many cards. Okay, so I don't, there's some interesting energies here. First of all, group 1, I don't know if you are in the middle of a breakup or if you are changing some kind of social circle or leaving one job behind for another, but there's some kind of a shift in what's in your yeah, this comes up. So there's some transformation here. The Death card, there is something transforming, there's something changing drastically within your current environment. Let's get some more cards up here. You have the 9 of Wands. So you're going to need a certain amount of mental and emotional strength going through this transformation. And, you know, if it's like you're moving homes, then it could just be that, well, it takes a lot of mental energy as well as physical energy and even emotional, right, to move from home to home. You have to pack all the boxes and you have to deal with all the memories, and, you know, that whole bit comes into play. So there's something about, you know, your mental and emotional strength that is key in getting you through this transformation. And then here we go. You have the 6 of Swords, which is all about moving. So you could very well be physically moving locations, but here's the thing. Here's what I see at the end of all this. I do see the 10 of Cups, which is basically saying that whatever's waiting for you at the end of this whole transformation, this journey, this move, whether it's a physical move or some other kind of more symbolic or even metaphysical move, there is this great joy and abundance that's waiting for you at the end of all of it. So let's place the cards here so you can see them. is resistance to this move. So there's really a big part of you that just does not want this change, or is resistant to this change. But this change is ultimately, there's something about this change that you're resistant to, but this change is ultimately what's going to move you along towards this, right? This 10 of Cups, where you're going to come into this period of really just this very deep sense of contentment, of satisfaction, of feeling full in a spiritual sense, in a material sense, in many different ways. You're just going to be feeling full within you. You're going to be really enjoying your space. You're going to be appreciating the life that you will have created for yourself. So you're working hard towards some kind of shift, some kind of movement, some kind of transformation right now. And that is all going to come to fruition by the end of 2021. So there is strength that's required to get you through this transformation, this physical move, or some kind of a shift in career, something that's coming to a close in 2021, and there's going to be this newness, this beginning, this reinvigoration of enthusiasm and hope that comes about near the end of the year. Now I'm going to also shuffle some oracle cards, and I want to get a broader understanding of what's happening for you at the end of 2021. Aha. Very interesting. So the oracle cards, again, they just echo the tarot. I'm going to move the tarot out of the way. Okay. And you have past lives. So what I feel with this is you are leaving the past behind. You are leaving your old life behind. By the end of 2021, you will be leaving someone, something, situation, etc. behind. You're moving towards what I hear is greener pastures. You also have patience. So perhaps there is a part of you that maybe, even though you're resistant to the change, there is a stronger part of you that just wants what comes with the change, the end result of that change. And for this, the universe is just coming through to tell you to be patient. Easier said than done, of course. Patience is a virtue, as we all know, and it's not one that is easily maintained. So during this wait, see if you can distract yourself with just having a good time. You do have the card Delight. So this says that basically there's nothing that you really need to do besides try to be in the moment, try to enjoy the small things in life, and throughout the transformation, you're going to need this strength, mental, emotional strength. You're going to be able to apply this strength of character very well to your circumstance. And by the end of all of it, because you'll have practiced mindfulness and being in the moment, it won't be so painful. Your journey towards change won't be a struggle. You'll feel the difficult moments, but you'll be having fun in the sun, so to speak. And by the end of 2021, you'll really see the everything just coming together to really bring about what you have dreamed for yourself, envisioned for yourself. I want to shuffle the cards once more and get beautiful. Didn't have to shuffle it very long. Miracles. I'm going to read it. I feel drawn to read this. Have faith that your miracle is on its way. Your prayers have been answered. Surrender the how. Wow. So you guys might be thinking, well, okay, how is it going to happen? How am I going to go about it? And is it on its way? I don't know. I'm not sure. So if you've been having a lot of doubts like that, basically the universe is telling you patience, right? Patience right here. And then miracles. Yes, your prayers are being answered. Yes, you will get what it is that you wish to receive because you've worked hard on it, because you've put in a lot of energy, because you've put in a lot of time and a lot of thought, and it hasn't been something half-assed. Whether this is a new project you're starting or a new relationship, you'll know what feels right. You'll know what is right. For someone, it could be a breakup. For another person, it could be a physical move of home. But there is movement in all cases. That's to say that when you're going from one stage of your life to the next and one cycle closes out, there's a movement. There is movement, mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, to another way of being, another kind of existence, another kind of experience that you would have in your life. So I do see something, whatever you're going through, whether it's a physical or not physical move, there is a move, transformation in your life. Something is moving up. You could be even getting some kind of a promotion in your job, or taking on a career that is more lucrative. It gives you a better job satisfaction and inner fulfillment. Whatever that may be, whatever your situation may be, you are moving from one stage to the next. And you may be feeling a little bit in the dark and a little bit confused as to when and how it's all going to happen and if it will even happen. But the cards are here to confirm that yes, your prayers have been answered. You are going to get to where you want to go, and you are going to get those things that you so desire. And I really do feel a strong pull to look again at this card with this little tiny kind of unicorn. I don't know if you would call it a unicorn. Dragonfly horsey. Anyhow, it's just frolicking around in the flowers. And hey, take a look at the kind of flower that we have, right? Technically, we consider it a weed, but I forget what it's called. You can comment down below if you remember, but I know as a kid I used to always pick these up, and you'd make a wish and you blow on them, and so the little seeds get carried away in the wind, and that guarantees symbolically that your wishes spread to all corners of the earth. That's kind of the idea, so that your wish is carried on the wind, and so the spirit hears it somehow. Anyhow, that's another confirmation as well, right? That this flower comes up and this card in the background, and in the miracles, your prayers are being answered. So yes, you will get your wish. You will get your wish. You have to put positive intention into it, and you have to be willing to leave the past behind. If the past is harming you, if it's not allowing you to move forward, or if it's just run its course and you've learned all you need to know from the past, and now it's time to move forward into something different, then you need to let it go. And if you can let it go, going towards something that serves you, a dream that you've always wanted, a home that you are putting a down payment on, congratulations if that's the case, a new relationship, leveling up in your career, congratulations for all of these wonderful cases, by the way, then you have to also be willing to leave the past behind in order to make room for the new. Right? I hope that you enjoyed that reading, and I look forward to reading for you in another video. Hello, number 2. Hello, number 2. So let's get into it. I'm going to shuffle the cards, and we're going to see what is going to come about for you by the end of 2021. What is coming for you by the end of 2021? Now, group number 2. It's coming for group number 2, end of 2021. It's interesting. You might have been drawn to pile 1. If so, I recommend that you watch that video as well, because we have similar themes here. What is coming to group number 2 by the end of 2021? Okay. I have 3 cards here. We have the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the 9 of Swords. There's certainly a lot of anxiety over a connection, and I do feel that there's some kind of transformation that will take place within a connection, within a relationship by the end of 2021. Something is coming to a head. You've worked very hard on this relationship. Now, it could be not necessarily a romantic relationship, but any kind of relationship where you feel that things have been stagnant for maybe a number of years, even months, weeks, whatever the situation is for you. There is something that is coming to a head. I don't know which one you would be, the Knight of Cups or the Queen of Wands, but I feel for the most part, people tuning in are going to be more the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands has this fiery energy. You may be a fire sign, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or you may just have prominent fire placements within your birth chart. You can always check that out online. I see you, whether you identify as female or not, I see you as embodying this very strong, divine feminine energy, while also being, while also exhibiting a lot of very dominant masculine traits, a very strong character, a lot of free will, a lot of confidence, and extremely, I see you as a very ambitious person going after your goals and after what it is that you want. Not just within your romantic relationship, but within all areas of your life. You tend to look ahead, and you're a little bit of a future thinker, and you want to make sure that everything is aligned for you in the future. Now, if you don't identify with this energy, you may be more of the Knight of Cups, which is, in some cases, you might say that the Knight of Cups is slightly less spiritually inclined and evolved than the Queen of Wands. That doesn't mean that if you identify with the Knight of Cups energy that you're not spiritual, that you're not spiritually evolved, but something about the Knight of Cups is more so focused on the 3D, at least at the moment, and the Queen of Wands is very in tune with the higher realms. Okay, so Queen of Wands energy is very in tune with the higher realms. The Knight of Cups energy is more so concerned with the physical, all right? And they may be a little disconnected from the spiritual realms. But I do feel that there is this, vicarious sort of connection via the Queen of Wands. So if you do identify as the Knight of Cups, you may feel this beautiful connection through the Queen of Wands. For a very small group of you, I feel that the Queen of Wands is not a physical person on earth, but a spirit guide, which might explain why this is a very spiritual being for those of you with, you know, to whom that resonates. For the majority of you, I see this as more a relationship on earth right now. It's not necessarily a romantic relationship. I don't see it being predominantly a romantic relationship for everyone tuning in. I think there's a certain percentage of people where this would apply, but for a lot of people, this could be a mother-son relationship, a brother-sister relationship, cousins. There could be even, a friendship here, professional relationship between colleagues. Whatever this is, there's a couple of things. There's some anxiety around this connection. It's like because you both are so different from each other, there's this anxiety about this connection. I hear not working out somehow, it's almost like the energies are so different that you guys tend to overwhelm each other sometimes. Now, if this is a romantic relationship, coming out of COVID and lockdowns and shelter in place and all of that, a lot of relationships have gone through ups and downs during this very sensitive time because you're locked in with someone 24/7 and you can get on each other's nerves. This is very normal. So COVID kind of tested us out to see which relationships can withstand this sort of incubation period, right? Which relationships are meant to withstand this incubation period and which maybe are not. Now, I think that for all of you tuning in, this is still a relationship that you are in contact with. And if you did break up, if this, whether in friendship or, a love interest, if you did break up with this other person, what I see is that you're sort of meant to come back together. Now, I don't want to make any assumptions here. Remember, this is a general reading. It may not be the case that you are meant to come back together, but there's at least some kind of understanding that you are meant to have between the two of you. I do see for many that this is a relationship that is divinely linked and connected. That despite the anxiety and the sleepless nights that you've had over this other person, a lot of those fears are just in your head and they will melt away as you focus on yourself. I'm getting this message that you need to focus on you. You're both concerned about pleasing the other. You're both worried and obsessed about pleasing the other. For the small percentage where this is a spirit guide connection, you may be doubting your spiritual connection with your spirit guides. You may be doubting that they have your back. You may be doubting that any of this even exists. And so Spirit is trying to give you signs, trying to give you reassurance, and you want to obviously please your spirit guides, so that in the sense that you want you want them to like you. You want them to understand that you're serious about the spiritual journey and the spiritual path. You want to get more connected with them. What you don't understand is that need to get you don't need to work so hard to please them so much that they already see all of your effort, and they know what you're capable of, and they appreciate you already. They are already connected to you whether you realize it or not. And for all other connections, whether friendship or relationship, which is the majority for this group, I do see this as more something in terms of both of you want to please the other. Both of you don't realize this about the other. Sometimes you kind of have a blind spot and you let your anxiety take hold. When you get too in your head, you may suffer from different things like, well, anxiety, depression, and then you're not really in your body. So Spirit is coming through to recommend that you spend time in nature, especially if you're the Queen of Wands. This is where you're going to rejuvenate your energy, where you're going to recharge your batteries. If you can spend a significant time in nature, in meditation and contemplation, or bring some plants inside if it's not possible to go outside, then you are going to become a lot more confident in yourself, and your connection will only grow stronger. So when you spend time by yourself in communion with Spirit, your connection with this other person is actually going to only grow. The more love you put towards yourself, the more energy you're going to have to give, the more your vibration is going to change at a comfortable level that will draw in positivity, and it's just a beautiful domino effect from there. Okay, if you are more the Knight of Cups energy, know that the Queen of Wands just needs to, maybe the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands is someone who needs their alone time, and it's nothing personal against you. It's just that that's the way they recharge their batteries, and maybe it's just a question of knowing that they're a very different person than you, allowing them that space, and then when they take their space, really taking the time to appreciate yours, to focus on your achievements, to focus on the kind of person that you are. All right. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, if you notice that the King of Cups seems a little distant, it's just because the Knight of Cups wants to distract themselves from a lot of the concerns and the heartache that's going on in their life at the moment. And they do this by maybe focusing on the physical, focusing on the material. They will come back to you. Just give them their time to do whatever it is that they need to do to distract their minds. And while they do that, you take time to yourself, to really love yourself, to really enjoy your own company. And when they see you sort of laughing and smiling and dancing in the sun, so to speak, they're going to come back and say, hey, what are you doing? Would you like some wine? I made it myself this morning. I don't know. I'm just making stories up. But basically, maybe someone does own a winery here. I don't know. I don't know. The Knight of Cups. If you are the Knight of Cups energy, if you see that the Queen of Wands is not responding to your quiet time in the way that you want, it's just that the Queen of Wands said, okay, so you're being quiet, so now I'm going to go and be quiet too. And they're just enjoying their time to recharge. And they're inviting you to come into their space anytime if you feel that it's the right time to approach for you. Right? Okay, let's take a look at the oracle cards. Okay, so number 2, what does the rest of 2021 have in store for you? Okay, so we have abundance. Hello, abundance. Oh my God. Okay, we have nature, and we have prosperity. Oh my God. I don't know, it just makes me laugh because it's just, you got prosperity and abundance and nature. I mean, we can probably put all these 3 cards in under the Empress card in the tarot, right? Because the Empress is usually sitting in nature with the crops, and she represents abundance. Prosperity, of course, comes from those crops. So you may have a green thumb, and you may be doing some kind of a project as well on the side where you are going to be accumulating a lot of money, or you are really setting up your physical space where you can be very comfortable in your environment. Maybe you're doing some kind of renovations, or you're moving to a home. Whatever it is, it seems like whatever worries and concerns you have about, anxieties over the future with a significant other, I see by the end of 2021, you have just this abundant life coming towards you. This prosperous life, this abundant life, this life where you may then, this may be a confirmation that most people here would identify more with the Queen of Wands, but because we see nature again. So again, just a lot of beautiful nature. Nature has a lot of secrets to tell you. Nature has a lot of wisdom to tell you. Just sitting under the trees and listening to them and opening your heart, see what you feel, see what energy comes through, and then translate that energy into words. What are the words that you would feel associated with the energy coming through from the trees? Okay. So this is a really beautiful reading where you just have a lot of goodness coming your way. If you were worried about anything and you chose this reading, I can assure you that at least from a spiritual perspective, and what the cards are telling me, is that you are going to be receiving a lot of abundance, prosperity, and this beautiful earthy spiritual connection that will only help you grow in health, beauty, wisdom, and everything around you will just grow alongside you as well, including your relationships with others, and in particular this other person who you are concerned about in terms of, will this move forward and will this not? Okay, I do see something working out. All right, I hope you enjoyed that reading, and I look forward to reading for you in another video. All right, number 3. Hello, number 3. So let's take a look at the tarot and see what the rest of 2021 has in store for you. What does the rest of 2021 have in store for you? Okay, I have 2 cards for you. I have, oh my gosh, you have very highly spiritual cards here. You have the High Priest, and you have Judgment. That is really interesting, number 3. That is very, very interesting. Judgment and the High Priest. There are a bunch of different scenarios that come to mind as I tune into the cards. Some of you may be getting married by the end of 2021 with the Judgment, I think legal, High Priest, this is authority, an authority figure, so priest within the church or a religious temple. Some of you are getting married, and that is the transformation that is happening at the end of 2021, by the end of 2021. For others of you, this is a situation that is going to come through for you. Divine intervention. There's some kind of something you've been asking for, you've been praying about, you've been meditating on, and it seems like those powers that be are certainly on your side, and they see very clearly that you are in the right here, and everything will come to light, and everything will work out in your favor. For other groups, I see that this is a very spiritual end to 2021, where you are going to access this kaleidoscope of spiritual knowledge and abilities by the end of 2021, where you're going to become very powerfully in tune with your inner self, higher self, wise mind, your spirit guides, your spirit team, guardian angels. And you're going to, if you are a spiritually powerful being now, you're going to accelerate your abilities by the end of 2021. So I don't know what you're doing. Are you meditating more? Are you praying? What is it exactly that you're doing? Let me know in the comments down below. But there's something that you're doing that's helping to accelerate your spiritual development. I just hear this sound. You know when something speeds up? Like you turn a wheel and then it goes... I don't know. I just hear the sound of something speeding up in my head. So, I'm not a mechanic, so I don't have any of the terms, but yes. My attempt at explaining the images and the sounds in my head may not be great, but I just feel like you are coming into this very powerful connection with spirit by the end of 2021. Your spiritual abilities are only going to grow, and they're being given to you because you worked hard on them. They're being given to you because you deserve them, and you're not going to abuse them. If this is marriage, then there is something very much in the way of a twin flame connection that I see coming through. Just because these cards are so spiritually charged, I see that whoever and whatever is coming through is someone who has a spiritual energy that matches yours, and they may be just that yin to your yang or yang to your yin, right? Either way, this is a very powerful group. I sort of feel thrown off a bit by this group because I wasn't expecting something like this. You guys are being... You guys are expanded. You guys are being asked to continue to take your spiritual path more seriously. Not seriously in the same way that you would study for any kind of conventional subject within the 3D world, but seriously in the sense that this is your rightful path. Have fun with it, laugh, of course, all of that stuff, but this is getting serious in the sense that this is getting to the point where you're realizing this is not just a pastime, this is not just a hobby, this is who I am, and I'm growing and I'm developing into this powerful, potent being that is going to lead and inspire others You're someone who will bring a lot of fairness and clarity to any situation. And the divine is wanting to work through you in a connection, in a marriage, work through you in settling a conflict that maybe you're experiencing right now. There's something that is going to be working in your favor. And what I'm getting is, in particular for you, this is divine timing right here. You have spent lifetimes, past lifetimes, if you're into that concept, where things were unfair. You were blocked from your spiritual potential. It was looked down upon, and you weren't allowed to marry whom you loved. You weren't allowed to move ahead. You know, the bad guys, quote unquote, were given everything, and you were given nothing. Now everything is getting flipped, right? The divine is saying, no more. We have had enough of you getting trampled on. It is now time for you to rise up and shine, because you are meant to shine. You are supposed to shine. You're supposed to shine your light. And by the end of 2021, I don't know what kind of spiritual transformation you're going through, but whatever it is, your abilities, your inner light is going to be more expansive and beautiful than ever. Whoa. Let's get some more insight from the oracle cards. Let's see, number 3. Okay. Let me see. Anything else? Number 3 for coming, what's coming by end of 2021. Okay. Okay. Great. Receive. You are receiving. You are receiving what it is that you deserve. You are receiving a lot of gifts, spiritual gifts, freedom, expansion, right? That's that expansion. You are free to be your authentic self. You are free to express who you are. You are free to live the life that you have been working hard, that you dream of. You are free to be the spiritual being that you always were, that maybe you were put down for being in past lives. You know, this could be my group of witches and warlocks, or people who just are different and practice a different kind of spirituality. Not necessarily, but I'm just trying to think in terms of your past lives. This could be a question of you not being understood, and then feeling very repressed. Well, not anymore, not in this lifetime, basically. The universe is saying, not in this lifetime, we're not repeating the past. Trust that everything is going to work itself out. If you're like, it's just a pick card reading, the universe is being very direct with you right now, and they're saying, trust everything coming out in your favor. Intuition. And I was talking to you guys about how your intuitive psychic abilities, etc., are going to just expand by the end of 2021. Well, intuition. We've got the card of intuition right here. So let me just place the cards. You can meditate on them. Try to get all of the cards here. And I can't really feel them. Okay, that's good enough, I think. I wonder what you feel from this reading. That's what I would like to know. If you want to comment that down below. I wonder what kind of energies you feel from this particular reading. Because what I'm feeling is this big whooshy kind of energy that just sort of swoops down and circles my body, and it's just like I'm in this tunnel of spiritual light. And again, all I can hear is the right, that kind of like speeding up, kind of. So I feel that something is accelerating for you. Something is speeding up for you. You have been trugging along like a very slow, old-fashioned train. And now, all of a sudden, the bottleneck is released and everything's coming out, and it's just all coming together and aligning itself, and we just hear that everything's speeding up there. So now you're a turbo European train. Okay, just to give you that little analogy there on where you're at in your spiritual development right now. But I mean, there's something very powerful happening to you by the end of 2021. There's this, you're receiving a lot of abundance of beauty. Your intuition is going to be at an all-time high, and it's only going to expand from there. Trust that all this is happening. Trust that everything will work out in your favor. Whatever you are feeling held back with, whatever feels oppressive and heavy to you right now, all of that is going to be lifting by the end of 2021, and you are going to feel free. Everything is going to work out in your favor. Your intuition, your abilities, wow, you are a powerful being. If you're not already a powerful being, you're going to be one, and you're going to be an even more powerful one. Use your power with responsibility, care, and respect. But yeah, this is a great reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I look forward to connecting with you in the comments, and I look forward to reading for you in a future video. All right, number 4. Let's see what this end of 2021 has in store for you. What does the end of 2021 have in store for you? What does the end of 2021 have in store for you? Group number 4. Interesting cards. Interesting cards. So you have the 7 of Wands. Sorry, why did I mix that up? You have the 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Wands could talk a little bit more about the struggle that we have when we're working, whereas the 7 of Pentacles is really talking about that work, that work, that energy of work that you put in towards something and that you're building. So maybe you've been working on something that seems like it was more of a struggle than actual work, than actual fun that you could enjoy. You have the Queen of Swords. Okay, you may be a very independent spirit. Oh, there's that butterfly again on her throne. So you are going through some kind of a transformation by the end of 2021. I see the Sun. Something very joyous coming your way by the end of it. But it's interesting because you do have the Ace of Cups, and while I do see some kind of positive love on the horizon, I see this as starting from your heart, from your soul. Your transformation has more to do with you than anything else. You have the 9 of Swords. Okay, so you're someone who has experienced a lot of anxiety over the years, a lot of anxiety in trying to build something that seemed like it was just not happening. Okay, it's just like, is this happening? I've been working on it for so long, I've been putting everything into it, and it doesn't seem like it's happening. So whatever it is that's coming to you by the end of 2021 is something that you've actually been working on for a very, very long time. That seemed more of a struggle than it did just fun, productive work. Sorry, my dog is confirming that with a happy shake. I don't know. You'll let me know if that's true in the comments down below. And the Queen of Swords. Well, this talks about just kind of going it alone, being independent. It may literally mean that you are single and that you're not with anyone. So if you are thinking of drawing in a love interest, for instance, what the universe is telling you is that the end of 2021 is not about drawing in somebody else. It is about investing that love into yourself. You're coming through some kind of a transformation, a realization that you don't need anybody else. By the end of 2021, you are going to be radiant inside and out. There's something about your personal energy that will be just so magnetic to others. You're going to draw in a lot of people, a lot of admirers, a lot of friends, just because they see that you are so comfortable in your own skin. You feel so good being you. You're just going to get to a point where I almost see you just laughing with enthusiasm at the fact that all it took was this change in perception, and now you're just gonna get it. It's all gonna click. You're gonna say, oh my gosh, why did I worry about X, Y, Z? Why was that even a question? At the end of the day, I am the most magnificent source of support and love there is for myself. And that's not to say that others don't love you and they can't give you love, but you cannot rely on others to fill the gap. They can fill in their own gaps, but they cannot fill in yours. And if you're always relying on someone else to fill in that gap, then that means that your foundation for yourself is going to be entirely dependent on their output. And if they're tired, or if they're in a bad mood, or if you had an argument or whatever, since you depend on them, you're going to also feel bad because your foundation would have been shaky. You need to create a stable foundation, which you totally put that love and that care and that attention into yourself, because I guarantee you that once you do that, you're going to attract a lot of bees, because your honey is going to be so sweet. You know what I mean? Good bees, bumblebees, the cute furry kinds. This card fell down, by the way, at one point when I was talking, and I feel like that's really symbolic, because I forget what point it fell down, but it fell down. What I was saying exactly. It fell down at one point when I was just zoning in just now on the Queen of Swords. So what I do feel is that this card, which represents anxiety and sleepless nights, is basically going to be not that you don't worry. I mean, everybody worries about different things. You can't be hunky-dory all the time, but this overall energy that constantly plagues you is going to be non-existent by the end of 2021. You are going to be feeling empowered, being yourself, this strong, independent, spiritually grounded person who has a lot of self-love, a great, firm, a strong foundation, okay? And that people will really be drawn to your energy, and you will go into this massive, beautiful transformation where you're going to see things differently and from a healthier perspective as well. So let's take a look at the oracle cards and see what they have to say. Let's take a look. What do the oracle cards have to say for what's coming in for group 4 by the end of 2021? I see a lot of beautiful cards coming through, but I just want to do this one more time just to be sure what's coming in for group 4, end of 2021. This card came twice. Magic. Make a wish, believe in miracles, magic surrounds you. You are going to be you're the magic. You're the magic coming through at the end of 2021. That's the best part to describe the energy that I feel from this group by the end of 2021. When you combine the Ace of Cups, which is one of my favorite cards in the tarot, I love that card, and then the Sun card, when you combine those two, then you just get this magical feeling, this beautiful light feeling filled with pure, loving energy. There's something beautifully magnetic and magical about you manifesting at the end of 2021, and your life is going to be just magical. I don't know to what extent it's going to be magical, but there's going to be something very magical about your life by the end of 2021. I want a few more cards because I get more. This card was the same as another group, but it keeps coming up. Freedom. 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 Okay, I'm getting carried away here. You are going to be feeling free as a bird or as a Pegasus. There, right here. You're going to be just feeling, like I said, that laughter comes up again. When you laugh at the end of 2021, you're just going to be like, oh my God, like, I can't believe that I spent so much energy here and all it was just this, and you're going to feel a complete 180, and you may not be feeling it right now, but trust me, by the end of 2021, you're going to feel this shift, and it's going to be magnificent. You're going to feel like dancing. You're going to feel so light, so airy. So there's this, you get the energy here. There's this, just by looking at the cards and without me saying anything, can you understand the energy just by the feeling you get through looking at the cards? Try to do that for a moment. Just focus on the cards and try to feel that energy. Movement, dancing, light, feeling good, exuberant, ecstatic, full of love, full of harmony. I want to shuffle another card. End of 2021, what is happening? Group 4. So this card also came up. There's a whole bunch of cards that come up, you know. Honorable mentions, possibility. There is a lot waiting for you at the end of 2021. There's so much potential. There's so much possibility. There are so many wonderful opportunities coming your way. Balance. Your life is getting balanced out. If it was too difficult, too dark, you're coming into alignment now. You're coming into a sacred union with yourself. And through that sacred union with yourself, for some of you, there may be a possibility of calling in a soulmate. But that soulmate needs to start with you. I'm just shuffling the cards off camera because I just want to see, I don't know, I'm kind of hooked on this reading right now. I want to see what else comes through for group 4 by the end of 2021. Just random energies here. Anger and gentleness, which is very interesting that I got them together. So there's this energy by the end of 2021 that you're going to be releasing this heavy energy. Whether that's just a lot of repressed anger that you experience, or frustration, or other people's anger that they throw at you, you're going to respond in such a way that will disarm others. You're going to respond to yourself in a way that will help you to let it go. And you're going to be reacting, responding in a totally new way. It's like you'll be a different person almost by the end of 2021. Yeah, your friendships. I see a lot of good friendships coming your way, but just so you know, a lot of good people. And this is what this is what I was hoping would come out. Rebirth. Rebirth. You are being reborn, baby. You are becoming a different person by the end of 2021. The transformation is you. You are this energy. You are this energy. And people, again, the friendship card came out a couple of times, but I didn't pull it out, but I just saw it when I was shuffling, and I just kept it in mind. Here it is. Friendship. So you are going to be, through this higher vibration that you're going to create for yourself, this is your energy. You're getting to this higher vibration. You're going to be drawing in a lot of others to you. Your energy is going to be magnetic, and people are just going to enjoy spending time in your space. And by the way, I say people, but you may find that animals are more attracted to you, birds, squirrels outside. Something about your energy will draw them in, and they will feel safe around you. Last card I want to show you is just patience. Remember that it's not the end of 2021 yet, so just pace yourself. Take a deep breath in and out. Make sure your exhale is longer than your inhale. We can do a couple of breaths now if you like. So take a deep breath in and exhale. Perfect. Ooh, I feel like going to take a nap now. I relaxed myself so much. I don't know if you feel the same. Hope you're not driving. Yeah, just make sure to put on that cold air conditioning if you are. Keep you awake. So, you are going to be okay. Just pace yourself. You're getting there. You're closer than you think. And this is not going to all happen overnight. This is going to happen in stages. So keep that in mind. But whatever you're going through, be it hard or not, it's all to prepare you towards the end of 2021 and to get you in this new state of being. You know, you're becoming who you are inside, who you were always meant to be. And that just takes a little bit more time to get there. And you're going to get there. Don't worry. Don't you worry. I'm really excited for you. Let me know in the comments below if this resonated. And I absolutely loved reading for you. I look forward to reading for you in a video near